am a Night Rider.
You're terrible, Muriel. Talk to me.
You gonna do that pogo?
You've been talking to the cop. Today is a brand new day.
No, that's it. It's the vibe.
G'day, fellow Aussie film lovers, and welcome to another episode of Under the Screens, the most I Hate Matthew Australian cinema podcast. I'm Mitch. I hate Matthew.
I'm Matthew. This is a blindsided moment right here. We literally logged on 30 seconds ago to our little recording thing, and the first thing I see is, I hate Matthew.
I'm so upset.
Why, Mitch?
You don't know why I'm so upset?
Why are you upset today?
I was not a huge fan of today's film, Matthew.
Oh, no. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. But look, firstly, how are you doing, Mitch?
Besides the film, I'm doing decent.
That's good. That's good.
Today was a little bit long at work, so I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little bit low energy. I promise I want to be here, but I'm just putting it out there. In case I sound a little bit low energy today, in today's episode, just been a long day at work.
It's not just because of the film, guys. We swear.
The film did not help. I watched it yesterday, and I don't think I've felt good since.
I'm really sorry to hear that, man, because in contrast, I kind of like this movie a lot.
So we're watching Bran Neu Dae. Spoilers for
2009 extravaganza.
Aboriginal musical comedy.
Aboriginal musical
Indigenous
comedy. Australian musical.
Period piece.
Mate, what's not to love?
Everything.
All right, that's right. Should I get into an intro?
Yeah, get
before
into
we
the intro so I can review a new one. Yeah.
Just you wait.
Why I order.
We're back with Mitch's favourite genre of movie this week with Bran Neu Dae, the 2009 Australian musical comedy drama adapted from the stage musical of the same name. This film is a super interesting addition to the oeuvre of Australian cinema as a bright and colourful, poppy look at the Indigenous Australian experience in the late 1960s, all helmed by Indigenous individuals. Directed by Australian directing titan Rachel Perkins, this film follows our protagonist, Willie, played by Rocky McKenzie, a teenage Indigenous boy caught in a conflict between joining the priesthood, helmed by Jeffrey Rush, and being with his budding romance, Rosie, played by Jessica Malboy. Okay, still on Willie.
It just caught me off guard, man.
That's all right.
I wasn't ready for it at all.
Was there a Willie pee-pee joke
I
in this movie?
think so. I mean,
remember.
they kind of laugh at him, but they laugh at him for other reasons, not really because of penis.
Quick side note, but remember when Jessica Malboy was told to, and I quote, lose her jelly belly if she wanted to be famous live on air by Australian Idol judge Carl Sandilands?
Wait, Carl... Who? What? What an asshole.
Jessica Malboy.
Yeah.
Famous Australian singer Jessica Malboy.
Yeah.
She got a big break on Australian Idol.
Makes sense.
The judge at the time was Mr. Kyle Sandilands, who has been in the news recently for being a bit of a dickhead.
What a twist. I'm so shocked from what you just told me.
The big thing at the time was, he was like, if you want to be famous, you got to lose that jelly belly live on television.
What a piece of crap. Yeah, to be fair, the early 2000s was horrendous for, like, media's never been great for women's figures and women's body image, but I feel like the early 2000s was a serious, like, everyone's just like a size 2 type thing.
It's insane.
Devil Wears Prada and Bridget Jones's Diary came out in that period of time. One features Anne Hathaway, and the latter features Rachel Zegler. Renee Zellweger. Not Rachel Zegler. Renee Zellweger.
Rachel Zegler was a few decades
She was a little bit too
right.
young at that point. Renee Zellweger. It's an RZ name.
Fair enough.
And both of them, exceedingly attractive. The movies then go on to be like, you're so fat, Renee Zellweger. What are you, a size 5? It's like, are you dead ass? I think I weigh more than both of them combined. Seriously, like, what's going on?
That was in
here?
the age when, like, food was way, way, way more, like, unhealthy for you.
Yeah.
And like, what a weird era. I mean, we're in a weird era now, but what a weird life we live.
It's not fixed, but it's better.
But yeah, you can't get a supersized me meal at McDonald's anymore, so I think that's a win.
They killed it with the documentary.
That's very true. Anyway, should we get back to the intro?
We don't need two men talking about women's problems.
This whimsical musical romp features a who's who of Indigenous and Australian talent, including Ernie Dingo as Uncle, who has an amazing performance and an even more amazing name. The film also stars the aforementioned Jeffrey Rush, Deborah Melman, Tom Budge, Dan Sultan, and 2 more notable cast members, Sharon from Kath and Kim, playing a very deprived gas station worker.
That's a way to put it.
And the amazing Missy Higgins as Annie, who I believe kind of steals the film as a spiritual and highly camp flower flower power stoner. But maybe I like her performance so much because her music is literal nectar to my ears, and she once gave me a slight head nod of recognition as I walked past her in my days working as a production assistant.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, Bran Neu Dae is a high-energy road trip film that spoofs, celebrates, and deconstructs various aspects of the Indigenous experience, all while producing upbeat songs and choreographed musical numbers. The film is set and shot in Broome, Western Australia, and overall, it's just so great to see a lighter take on otherwise heavy and depressing subject matter. While it isn't a perfect film, as I'm sure we'll talk about some of the elements that are absolutely bananas later on, in my opinion, Bran Neu Dae is a fun addition to the Australian film catalogue, so much so that we included a soundbite from it in our intro. So there you go.
Yeah, I did notice that.
I picked that up. We're 21 episodes in, and he was like, "You made the connection."
We're missing a couple still from our intro, but we've got most of them at this point. Actually,
we got to space it out, right? We got to, you know,
Oh,
get
we can't
it all
do
going.
it at once. No,
That would be an interesting month of just like everyone that's in our intro, no rhyme, no reason, just down the list.
Not even kidding. I was wondering what the optics would be if, say, each year we put in different quotes and then we make sure we watch those movies throughout that year.
I'd be happy to switch up the intro for season 2.
Yeah, season 2. I didn't want to say season 2, but it's
Soft
season 2.
launch season 2 right here. I'm here for
Confirmed.
it.
It's in. We're in, guys.
Anyway, Mitch, should we talk about our film today, Bran Neu Dae?
I am more than happy to talk about our film, Bran Neu Dae. Matthew, why do you do this to me, man?
Sorry, Mitch. Look, should I start with what I thought? Because I'll start with the positive and then we go into
some positives. I do have some positives.
Okay,
It's not all hate from me. I'll say some stuff I like, all right?
Okay.
Ernie Dingo is very fun to watch.
Yeah, he's fun. He's good.
The music is actually quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree.
The music and the songs are very fun. I also thought Jeffrey Rush was doing a good job until I figured out he was trying to do a German accent, at which point I realized I could not give Jeffrey Rush any credit in this film.
Which is about 5 minutes into his performance.
It took me way longer than that to realize he was trying to do German. I thought he was just doing a goofy accent. And it meant I guessed the twist of the film way later than I probably should have, because I didn't know that he was German. Anyway, Matthew, please explain what you enjoy about this movie. I do want to point out, I saw on Letterboxd in 2023, you gave this 2.5 stars.
Yes, I did.
Do you hold on to that?
Yeah, to be honest with you. 2.5.
So then how are you talking about it so positively then?
Look,
2.5 is not good. Like,
you know
that's mediocre. That is like middle of the road.
I would say it's middle of the road. For me, it toes between a 2.5 and a 3.
Sure.
And now this is telling, because now I don't know what you're going to feel about Moulin Rouge, the Baz Luhrmann movie. Moulin Rouge.
I haven't seen it, so it's currently
so this
cool.
is giving if Moulin Rouge was made by less insane people. This is what it was giving.
Almost makes it sound not worth it.
You know how people have like that gambler's high? My gambler's high at the moment is whether you will or won't like Moulin Rouge. Genuinely.
You're currently on a winning streak with Strictly Ballroom, because I like Strictly Ballroom.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah,
so you're like, come on, baby, let's go for another. Let's go for it.
You
will hit a losing streak once you hit the later movies, I think, of Baz Luhrmann.
Quit while you're ahead, I guess. But
Anyway, no, we have to watch it.
Look, what I mean by that is that it has a lot of very similar techniques. It's similarly kooky, Bran Neu Dae, in the way that it's presented. It's similarly colorful. The editing is not quite as wacky, but it's still a little bit wacky.
It's got the whack.
To the point where I don't like the editing in this movie.
I think this is edited like garbage.
A polite way of saying it. I don't think this is as strongly edited as
I shouldn't say it so
here.
cruelly. That is mean. I did not particularly enjoy the editing choices that were made in this film.
At the same time, I'm kind of into how exaggerated it's being, especially when there are moments where it does sort of slow down and be more dark. It peaks and valleys, right?
Sure.
I think the plot is nonsensical.
Yeah.
For context, Willie is our protagonist. He's in love with Jessica Malboy.
Rosie.
Well, everyone's in love with Jessica Malboy, so I think
I'm in love with Jessica Malboy.
Me too. Inescapable, such a good song. Anyway, they're in love with each other. They're sort of on and off because Jessica Malboy is being courted by Dan Sultan. I'm saying the real actor names because I think it's just funny. But Willie is towing the line between being a priest and then being in love with Jessica Malboy, and that somehow results in him running away and not. Okay. And the whole idea is him going back to Broome.
We need to talk about this right now. Willie's characterization sucks banana balls.
Yeah, it's a bit wackadoo, isn't it?
He jumps from being the meekest little boy to like the most rebellious young man you've ever seen in the space of like 2 seconds.
That's fair, yeah.
There's no discernible growth with him because for all intents and purposes, he reaches his maximum growth in that whole scene where he's being reamed out for stealing coke and cherry ripes.
Well, that's it. And that's at the start of the
That's
movie.
the start of the film. That's where the plot starts. That's 30 minutes into this less than an hour and a half film. Where the plot starts, this is the end of Act 1. We're going into Act 2 where things start to get going.
Mm-hmm.
He's done. He's done his character arc. Now it's just the events that occur after this.
Yes, yeah.
But he regresses as well. And it's just weird. Like, I feel like there's an argument to be made that this, like, sine graph of a character arc is something. But to me, it's just not good writing. It didn't feel good.
It doesn't feel purposeful, and I do agree with you there. I don't see a rationalization for it. you know? I just get swept into the kookiness of it, though. That's what I like about it.
There are moments of real charisma that means I couldn't in good faith have given it less than 2 stars. Like, I would have been kind of lying to myself if I did that.
Yeah.
But there's just so much in this that I really disliked that I couldn't give it 2.5 either. Like, I just like there's that moment where they get in the combi van.
The Libyan van from Back to the Future. Yeah. Sorry,
he can't get away. He can't get away from Back to the Future. He's stuck there. Let him out.
I love that movie.
There's that part where Missy Higgins chucks the map out the window and she goes, "We have an elder amongst us. He'll lead the way." And both Ernie, Dingo, and Willie like side eye each other because they're just like, "Oh, ruh-roh, we've really like played the mystic Aboriginal part too well." That was really funny. Like, that actually tickled me very well. I was like, all right, if the rest of the movie's like this, I'm in. It was. But then I think the other part that I laughed out loud at was, I can't remember exactly where it was, but it's at the end where Jeffrey Rush appears on the beach.
Yes, the crazy wacky ending, and he's like Jesusing.
The insane zoom that they pull out when he's just like aside, and he goes. It's just Jeffrey Rush.
And he's like T-posing or whatever.
That made me laugh, and I mean, I think that was designed to make you laugh as well. So that was intentional. That was good comedy.
Yeah.
But the rest of this movie, it wasn't boring. I'm not going to claim it was boring. I think its pacing is completely misguided.
Sure. Okay.
It does the thing that makes me dislike the genre of musicals, which is it feels like the plot is there to push the songs and not the songs are there to push the plot. I actually honestly think the reason why I enjoyed the Deb so much is because it actually feels like the songs were pushing the plot forward and they were expressing stuff. Other musicals I've enjoyed, Tangled, Singing in the Rain, La La Land. The songs are there to push the plot forward, not that the plot is bringing you to the songs. In this one, it feels like they go, all right, this is a musical, and they just drop a song in, and it feels so jarring, and it feels so out of place every single time. And it throws me out, and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, this music's good. I like the music, but as actually part of a full product, as a full piece of art, it's not good. I feel like I've just been thrown into the next piece of the next scene, basically, and that doesn't feel good to me as a viewer.
Maybe where that stems from is the fact that it was a stage musical beforehand.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? Where, as opposed to the films where you just mentioned that are from the ground up film stories, and then they just have the songs smattered throughout.
It keeps me at arm's length for this. Like, I can't embrace it.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I don't feel welcome by it. I feel alienated.
Again, it's absolutely not for everyone. Maybe it's just the way I like.
But you don't even like it that much, though.
Yeah, honestly. Look, okay, I'm a positive guy. Let me tell you what I did like.
Yeah.
Going back to Missy Higgins' character.
She's funny. She's very funny and entertaining.
She's so good in this movie. She is the best part of this movie. I will say that.
I hit an upper limit with her, though.
Really?
I think in the police station, I was like, no, you need to calm it down a little bit. This is. But before that, everything before that, it was amusing.
When they're at the condom tree or whatever, crazy pull, by the way, like out of context.
Actually, no, the condom tree also got a chuckle from me, and I am now recalling that was amusing.
When they get out of the car and she just like pulls like this like kung fu stance, I was like laughing so hard because, to context for people who don't know, Missy Higgins in real life is a soulful Radiohead-esque musical artist who is very introspective and thoughtful.
Insert a song now.
Insert one now. Okay, well, we'll get copy striked there.
Worth it.
I could gush about Missy Higgins for ages. And so just seeing her be so like insane and dedicated to this part, especially considering that she never acted again after this movie, is
I was looking that
crazy.
up. I'm not good with Australian celebrities, so I was like, I don't know who Missy Higgins is, and I looked her up.
You
and I
don't
was like,
frequent the ARIA Awards or the Logie Awards.
I do not know. And so I was looking up Missy Higgins. I was like, oh, she's not really that well known. She's in barely anything. And now I'm like, oh no, she's actually just a famous musician. This is just something she does on the side.
They flipped the script. Same with Dan Sultan. Like the majority of them are musicians first and foremost. Ernie Dingo was in the original stage production, and so he carried over. It's so funny to say in a cast that has so many really talented Aussie Indigenous actors. But yeah, Missy Higgins just steals the show in my opinion. She's so funny. Chucking the weed out of the back of the combi, and it's like, we're free, man. We're free.
Let us
just
be free, which is free, man. Yeah, that was.
I'll send you like a bunch of Missy Higgins songs.
Yeah, give me some to listen to. Yeah,
they're so good. Anyway,
I mean, the way you described it sounds like I'll enjoy it. So
back to the film. I love how colorful it is. Like it just feels like an old Technicolor musical.
It is shot
well when it's not, when the editing permits it. I guess
it's almost oversaturated, but it stops it just short. It restrains it just enough so it's just very colorful.
Yeah. It's beautiful, and it looks like a Ken Dome painting. And
it's not so much that I dislike the road trip. It's not like a road trip movie. I enjoy a road trip movie.
You've seen Hop. You've seen Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was thinking the good one.
You've seen Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road trip.
Stop it. Bad Matt.
Okay,
Bad Matthew.
I'm sorry. Little Miss Sunshine's good though.
Little Sunshine is goated with the sauce. One of the best movies ever made. Go watch it. It hinges on so many coincidences and just occurrences, so much so that when Willie escapes from the boarding school, the whole film hinges on the fact that he accidentally runs into his dad. Who's homeless. I didn't believe it so much that I thought this was actually going to turn out that he'd been scamming him the whole time or something. Like he wasn't the uncle.
Liar reveal type vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's good, but then the emotional catharsis would be, you may have lied about being my uncle, but you are now my family, and we are now family. Like that would, like, it's like a found family type thing. But no, worse. It actually turns out he found his dad.
Yes.
Not his uncle.
His real dad.
It was even worse than what I expected it to be. It was crazy. And then it turns out that Jeffrey Rush had sex with Willie's mom, and the German that he's been traveling around with the whole time is his brother.
The ending.
And then also, Missy Higgins was part of the Stolen Generation.
She is Indigenous, perhaps.
Maybe. I want to believe her. I feel like they wouldn't have faked that one, right? Like, that's probably correct, yeah? Like, the character, So it's just like...
checked out, mate.
There's just too many things in this that aren't... It's not a plot device. It's just no plot. It's just occurrences that
reveals
happen.
For reveals' sake. Like, can we talk about that ending? Because, look, honestly, this movie is good. That whole ending is what put this down half a star.
The movie's an hour and 20 minutes long. You have time to properly set things up. If you want these reveals, you have time to properly actually get it, like, prepared and ready. Instead of... but...
He's face palming.
The only reason why I wasn't super frustrated by the reveal of Jeffrey Rush being the German guy's dad was because the German guy said, "Oh, I'm going to see my dad," and then turns out Jeffrey Rush is German. I was like, "There's only 2 Germans in this movie. I wonder who his dad is."
You can pick that one.
Only because Jeffrey Rush said "Scheisse" there. I didn't know he was trying to do a German accent the whole time. It was really bad. It was a really bad German accent.
I feel like I've lost way more like obvious things along this podcast, so do not stress.
No, I'm not. I don't think this is my fault. I think this is the movie's fault.
Is Jeffrey Rush cancelled? Is that a thing?
Oh no, you might be right. Honestly,
I don't know.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Because I know they mentioned Rolf Harris in this, and that's
no.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, that was actually so funny when they mentioned him. He won a record-setting $2.9 million defamation payout against Sydney's Daily Telegraph regarding false allegations of misconduct, and he's since resumed a selective slate of projects.
Legally, he's innocent. # believe victims for the most part.
So he's not legally cancelled, but we should maybe be wary.
Anyway, back to the movie. I think it's so funny how, like, in one scene, he's like, "I can see you doing great things. You can bridge the gap between Catholicism and Indigenous Australia." And then literally the next scene after he steals like 3 cherry ripes,
he becomes a mega racist.
He's like, "I would have known that you're kind." It's like, whoa, buddy, let's just...
This close to saying the N-word, basically. It's like insane how racist he immediately becomes. the cherry ripes is very amusing.
I love that.
The fact that everyone's just hooked on these cherry. It's very Aussie.
The currency, mate. It's so good. What's next? Aeroplane jelly, Arnott shapes.
The actual confectionery company snakes.
That's the one. There you go. Boom,
What's
boom.
next? Killer Python.
That's a deep cut reference under something's screen.
Yeah,
there you go.
it is. Isn't
Hello.
it?
How do I remember that, but not like my adequate thoughts on who played what the name of the characters were in this movie?
It's easier to remember when you did it.
I like the performances in this movie. I think that everyone's a very good singer. That the choreography is good when it happens. The scene where Jessica Malboy is in the pub and she's like being swept into this whole seedy lifestyle.
Her song
cool.
when he comes back is good too. Like
yeah.
But there is this kind of weird undertone of sexism. Like when I was watching this, I thought a white man directed it. I really did. And I was absolutely wrong. We should be getting more voices out there, and I'm glad more voices are coming out.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad this voice is a prevalent one in Australian film culture.
And who knows if there was any oversight.
Well, that's the thing, right? I wonder how much
revisions.
I felt almost every single character was mistreated and every single demographic was mistreated in this film.
Okay.
Now, the white people is fine. White people have been on top for so long. It's okay for them to be,
They can be mistreated.
They can be mistreated in
Although if you mistreat Missy Higgins, it's over.
No, Missy Higgins is in a league of her own.
Yeah,
Baseball reference.
I like that movie. Madonna's in that movie.
Actually, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I just know of it. But I feel like the Aboriginal people were given kind of a crap go at it in this film, and I also feel like women in general are given a crap go of it in this film.
Or Deborah Melman's character, honestly.
Which one's Deborah Melman?
The condom tree lady.
Oh yeah, condom tree lady. The fact that Rachel Perkins, as far as we're aware, is the main artistic mind behind this film. It's her vision. It's her name on the box. I don't know how much water this holds then if someone like that makes a film where I feel like these people have been mistreated though. In like am I incorrect for feeling this way, or have I missed something?
Can you give an example of like how you feel one of the characters has been mistreated?
I feel like almost every single Aboriginal character in this film is represented as unreliable, as lazy, as an alcoholic, and a thief.
Sure. Okay.
And that's bad. That's a horrible thing to say.
It's a stereotype. It is a stereotype.
It's a real stereotype that we have as well. And that's because we, the white people, have pushed them down so far that they have been put into like these places that are horrible to live in, and they aren't given any chances to actually do anything. It's a societal problem, right? They've been forced into the situation because of...
And it's not their fault.
It's not their fault, no. And it's also...
And a culture isn't a monolith as well.
Exactly.
It's
It's not all of them. Like, this is just like a select few that the media will pick out and focus on to further a story. Like, it's... I don't know, and it feels like all the women in this don't have any agency. They don't have any...
It's telling that we do piece out from Jessica Malboy's story for like...
She has no
a whole third of the film.
say in who she dates, basically. It's just whoever decks the other one harder at one point. Oh, to be fair, Willie gets decked harder by the end of it.
If I was going to choose between Willie and Dan Sultan, Dan Sultan's a hot man.
He is a very attractive man, but he's also an asshole.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Not Dan Sultan. I mean, I don't know, but the character.
On record now, Mitch hates Dan Sultan.
You said
he probably
not me.
didn't know before this episode.
A name I definitely was not aware of. It's true.
I've met Dan Sultan as well. He was in the same event that I was working at with Missy Higgins.
Oh, was he nice?
Yeah, it was okay. It was all right.
Was Missy Higgins nice? Oh, you said she nodded at you.
Just a head nod.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
But that sparked my fandom with her music.
Yeah, that's fair. And then the main guy who is, to be fair, he's not a stereotype. He doesn't... No, he is actually, because his whole thing is that he just wants to fish. Like, he doesn't want to do anything with his life.
Yes.
It's odd. It's so curious to me that these are the character choices we have. I don't get it.
Now that you mention it, it is a bit archetypal.
I don't know either. Like, is this a criticism you and I can levy at it as well? Like, are we allowed
It goes to much wider conversations about whether cultures can weaponize the stereotypes used against them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and look, I'm not smart enough to make a comment on that by far.
No.
I'm towing the line even with these.
Me either. Sorry, the no was meant to be me either, not you can't.
Okay.
Neither can I is the my no.
I'm not smart enough. I'm not educated enough to, I think, even speak on the Indigenous issues that are present in this film. I'm a white guy living in metropolitan Sydney.
Yeah. It just felt wrong as I watched it, basically. That's
sure,
all. That's pretty much...
And you're allowed to feel that way. Like, I think everyone has different reactions to things, you know, like white fragility and that type of thing is a big thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I got drawn into the whimsy of it. I got drawn into the big musical numbers.
That's fine.
Like the moment when they're trapped in the cage, and then that's when they bring in the darker aspects of the history.
I liked that specific scene. Like, I liked the song and the elders and the spirits and all that. I couldn't engage with this. I just didn't. It didn't feel welcoming. It felt alienating because of its weird pacing. I didn't like the story. I didn't think the characters, while I thought there was some performances, I don't actually think the characters themselves were particularly enjoyable to watch. But there were moments in it that were very entertaining.
Yeah, right.
And the music is actually good. I will give it that. And the choreography is also fun.
I will agree with both of those points. Everyone singing that final song, it's great to be an Aborigine or whatever when it's the white people singing. It's a bit of a dissonant thing there. Like, I don't know, maybe.
Only one of them at that table is not an Aborigine, right?
That's true, Jeffrey Rush.
It's just Jeffrey Rush. Every other, like the German guy is an Aborigine, Missy Higgins is an Aborigine, and everyone else was already, like those were the reveals, and everyone else we already knew was an Aboriginal at the time. I like the song. It's catchy.
Yeah.
It's
fun.
great to
It's
be an
jaunty.
Aborigine.
I also like the song with Ernie Dingo and Missy Higgins are in the van. They're singing that together. It's like the road trip
that's
song.
a really sweet one.
That was a vibe.
Missy Higgins has a really good voice.
Well,
turns
there
out.
you go, man. Well, I'll send you some tunes.
You better bloody watch out.
You probably know some of them, actually. She was big in the 2000s.
What happens a lot of the time is that I don't recognize the name of either the artist or the song, but then when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, I've heard this before. Yeah, that happens pretty
I'll
often.
send some to
That's
you.
pretty regular.
We've done this a few times on the pod where it's like, oh, we don't see 100% eye to eye, but I think that's where the greatest discussions happen, especially with an episode like this and a film like this where it is making comments on uncomfortable eras of Australian history and that type of thing.
I don't think we disagree with each other's analysis. I just think there's different personal preference at play here.
Sure, yeah. And at the end of the day, isn't that what life is all about?
That's good. Spice of life.
Spice of life.
Variety is the spice of life.
Or should I say the cherry ripe flakes of life.
Sorry. Well, Matthew.
No,
that was good. It was good. Well, Matthew, is there perhaps a cherry ripe flake you can put on this podcast by rounding us off with a most Australian thing about this film?
Yes, I can. It's not about cherry ripes, to be fair, but the most Australian thing about 2009's Bran Neu Dae is the euphemism of a sausage roll or a Chico roll for a big old...
Actually, yes.
dongler.
That did get another laugh from me. That one did get another laugh from me.
How did we not talk about Magda Strzelanski?
There was a lot of other things to talk about. There was...
Anyway,
okay, if we're going to talk about her, she was funny.
She was funny.
I liked her.
Sausage roll, Chico roll.
She was very fun. Probably my third favorite performance in the whole film.
It just pulls out a shotgun at the very end. It's like, whoa,
it's good.
Like,
John Howard hasn't done his gun ban yet, so he's still got shotguns.
That's right. Yeah, this is
1969.
You know, that was a fun discussion.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, even if you didn't like the movie so much, I'm glad that we watched it, and
I'm glad we watched it too.
Cross another soundbite from our intro off the bucket list.
Exactly. Well, next week unless you did something insane, we won't be crossing a soundbite off the list. We're going to go see a new film that's come out.
We are.
We're going to go see Leviticus.
Ooh, yes. I've seen this making the rounds a little bit.
It's for those who don't know, it's an Australian gay conversion horror film.
Sure. Okay. I know this film because one of the producers, I believe, is Sam Jennings, who also did Talk to Me. She was like the main person who spearheaded Talk to Me, as well as the Babadook as well.
This has Talk to Me / Babadook vibes to it.
Yeah, so this will be sick. I'm really looking forward to watching.
I've heard it is very sad, which is not a shocker.
Well, you know what? I'm in for a good cry. Mitch is like, I'm in for a good cry for the right reasons. He was like, I cried after watching Bran Neu Dae, but that was for the wrong reasons. Now we're gonna have
that was for the hour and 20 I spent on it. That's rough. That's harsh. That's really harsh.
No,
I'm sorry.
Right. It's okay.
I'm sorry, Rachel Perkins.
And
Rebecca or
yes,
Rachel?
That's right. You got it.
Which one?
Rachel.
Rachel! No, don't come for me. Why'd you come for me? Harvey Dent reference.
We're in our mid-20s. Anyway, well, I mean, look.
You're in your early 20s. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, true. I wanted to be modest. Anyway. You can rate this podcast 5 stars if you want. That would be really, really cool. Give us a cool review. You can follow us on
TikTok, Threads, YouTube, and Instagram at Under Southern Screens Pod.
This is why you do it.
And
you can send us an email at undersouthernscreenspod@gmail.com. Missy Higgins, if you're listening,
Please
send us an email. We'd love to have you on the podcast.
get on the podcast. We'll watch your favorite movie with you. We'll watch this movie again with you if you really want. I'll be nicer this time.
One of the few white actors in Bran Neu Dae will get on to watch Bran Neu Dae.
That would be so rough. Actually, please don't listen. I was really mean.
Yeah, totally. I liked the movie. I liked it. You can invite me into all your premieres and your events.
I wanted to like it. You can come on and tell me why I'm wrong.
There you go.
Or come in and tell me that some white man ruined it for everyone. I'd believe that.
The debate that shocks the nation: Mitch versus Rachel Perkins.
Oh God, she'd eat me alive, man. I'd be so
she honest-
starstruck, and I'd call her Rebecca, and everything I said after that would be null and void.
You get a name wrong. That's a power move.
No, that wouldn't be a power move. I'd be so embarrassed.
We got to end this episode.
We do.
Leviticus next week. Be there, be square.
It's gonna be good. It'll be probably out of cinema by the time this next episode comes out. But
they're used to it at this point.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun. It's fine. It'll be probably on streaming at some point.
And keep an eye on them.
Keep an eye on the Southern
screens. What a way to end it. Thanks for listening to another episode of Under Southern Screens. We'll be back next week to talk more films down under. We just want to attribute that our opening title is Heavy Duty by Zoo, and our closing title is Heavyweight by Fell Creek. Thanks so much for listening, and Mitch and I will see you in the next episode. See you next time. Under Southern Screens would like to acknowledge the stolen lands on which this podcast is recorded and produced, and pay tribute to the Wurundjeri and Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation and Camaragal people of the Eora Nation.
Sovereignty was never ceded, and we pay respect to all Indigenous elders past, present, and emerging. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.